welcome back to my channel, and this is me again, your teacher Russell. So for this lesson today, we're not gonna talk about how to improve your speaking, but we will focus on the most confusing rules in English grammar when it comes to writing. A lot of people are good at speaking and sometimes they're not so good at writing. But other people are so good at writing, and on the other hand, they're not so good at speaking. But it is always a good thing that we should develop these two. So it is good and actually better if you're good at both writing and speaking at the same time. So let's get straight to the lesson right away. This lesson has been suggested by one of my Facebook page commenter, and I'd like to give a shout out once again to Cayman Nanny, and thank you for letting me know about this lesson. I personally think that these are very challenging, but I will try my best to explain it to all of you as simple as possible. So let's start with number 1. This is the difference between the word it's with an apostrophe and it's without an apostrophe. Let's start with it's with an apostrophe. So it apostrophe s is a contraction, which means it's a combination of two words, okay? It is a combination of it plus is, and when you combine these two, it becomes it's. The word it's without an apostrophe is a possessive form, which means that somebody owns something. So let us try to use these two words in sentences so it will be clear for us on how to identify the difference between these two. Let's start with it's with apostrophe s. Example number 1. It's not a good idea to spend your money carelessly without saving for the future. It's. It is. We only use to contract the word. We combine the words so it will be easier for us to pronounce it. And also, I made another lesson about this, which is for the purpose of speaking faster. When we talk about your speech rate, it is easier to speak and faster to speak when we contract the word it's instead of saying it is. Do you know the song of Bon Jovi, It's My Life? Well, the same rule applies to that. So, it plus is means it is my life. It's my life. If you haven't heard of that song yet, it's like, it's my life and it's now or never, 'cause I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live my life, 'cause it's my life. Okay, so yep, let's stop singing. But yes, when you write that word, it's my life, be sure to write an apostrophe before putting the s. It is my life. It's my life. I also made another video about how to improve your English by singing songs. You can check the link right up there or in the description box below. I will put it there so you can check it out. Another example. This headphone is quite expensive. So we can say it's it apostrophe s. It's expensive, which is a contracted form or a combination of two words. It is quite expensive. But we are combining the two words, so it becomes it's. It apostrophe s. It's. It's quite expensive. Now let's move on to the second one, which is it's without the apostrophe. Okay? By the way, again, that little thing there is what you call apostrophe, okay? Repeat after me, apostrophe. Apostrophe. I love pronouncing the words. I love practicing the words. That's why, if you notice, my content is focused more on how to speak English better, how to pronounce words better. Actually, other people kind of misinterpret that because they would say, no, pronunciation is not important. I would always tell you pronunciation is important because, again, mispronunciation causes miscommunication. You have to keep that in mind. Okay, let's go to another example. This bag is my bag. The tricky part is we can also say it's my bag, which is it's with a contracted form. It is my bag becomes it's my bag. But when we say its appearance is perfect for my lipstick, then we can say it's without the apostrophe S. When I say this bag is beautiful in its color, there is no need to put an apostrophe S. I hope you got that. The second one is the difference between me and I. It looks very simple, but yes, it is very confusing. I also consider myself as a victim of this rule, and yes, we have to make sure that we are using it in the right context. You might actually hear a lot of people correcting you when you say me and my mom, me and my sister. They would always say that's not the proper way to do it. But sometimes, other people are overreacting to it, which is not good. So we should try to, give our corrections in a positive way without hurting other people's feelings. Alright, so please do not say me and my sister went to the mall, but instead you have to say my sister and I went to the mall. Always remember it's the other person first before yourself, which is I. Okay? So again, my son and I, my father and I, my mother and I, my friend and I, my husband and I, and so on. Do not use me and my husband, me and my son, because it is not correct. I hope you will remember that. Let's go to the third rule. So I will be talking about capitalization. So when we're writing, we have to capitalize something, right? And what are these words that we have to capitalize? These words are proper nouns. And these proper nouns are names of people, and we're talking about specific names, okay? For example, Russell. My name is Russell, so when you write it in a sentence, always make sure that the first letter of my name is always capitalized because it is a proper noun. Also, when we talk about names of places, for example, Paris. If you write a sentence, I want to go to Paris, therefore you have to capitalize that letter P, even though they are located in the middle of the sentence. And one bonus tip for you, also the letter I is always capitalized even though it is located in the middle of the sentence. Same with the word I'm. I apostrophe am. So do not write it with I apostrophe M in a small letter, but I should always be capitalized. You got it? Okay, so I hope you keep that in mind. Again, if it's a proper noun, you have to capitalize the first letter of the word, even though it is located in the middle of the sentence. The fourth confusing grammar rule that I'm going to talk about is the difference between lie and lay. So for the word lie, we don't need an object for that. For example, you want to say, I want to lie down. However, when you say the word lay, it needs an object. For example, let us pretend that this ring light is expensive. So I will say, please lay this ring light on the table very carefully, because it is expensive even though it's not. Alright, so again, remember lay needs an object, okay? Again, lie does not need an object, but lay needs an object. So I can say, I will lie down after finishing my reports. See, I did not say I will lie down on my bed after finishing my report, but even though without the bed, I can say the sentence completely. It is not wrong, and your sentence is still understandable. But please take note, the past tense of the word lie is lay. So don't be so confused about that. If you know the song Bed of Roses by Bon Jovi, that is the past tense of lie, which is lay. So it says like, I wanna lay you down on a bed of roses. See? So yes, lie down on the bed, lay down on the bed, that's just the past tense of it. That's totally different from laying something on a certain object, like laying the books on the table, or the chicken is laying eggs on the ground. So yes, that's the difference. I hope you keep that in mind. The last one is the use of which and what. Always take note that when you're using which, you should put a comma before moving on to the next part of your sentence. But when you use that, there's no need for a comma. Let's take a look at these examples. My bag, which I bought from SM, has a damage. While if you use that, we can say, the bag that I bought from SM has a damage. See, you don't need to put a comma in between. Another example, Parasite, which is a Korean movie, won an Oscars award for the first time. So there, you have to put a comma after the word parasite. While if we use that, we can say, Parasite is a Korean movie that has recently won an Oscars award. No need for a comma. I know these words are very confusing, and I myself also commit the same mistakes from time to time. But like I said, it is really important that we should at least know the difference and the usage of these confusing words. So that's it. We're done with our lesson again today. So if you're new to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and of course the notification bell. I'm gonna see you guys again next Sunday. Have a great day. Bye.